Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to your August monthly setup. I'm Jennifer Krippner, and I am dialing in from northern Minnesota. It's so great to have you all with us tonight. Thank you all for being here. I know this is our fourth monthly setup, I believe, this week. So some of you may be returning for a second time to finish setting up your month, but if this is your first time, for setting up your monthly setup for August. Welcome. So great to have you all with us. Also in the chat tonight, I am so lucky to have with us tonight is Malika. So welcome her. There you are, all the way from San Francisco. So it's great to have her with us. And if you have any questions, she'll be in the chat to be with us to help each and every one of you set up your monthly journal. Um, Speaking of the chat, please set your chat to everyone so that everybody can see your responses and questions and inspiration. If you'd like it to be just set to hosts and panelists, that is just fine too. Malik and I can be able to just respond to you. You don't need to be sharing with everyone if you don't want to. Again, this is your time tonight. We'll be here for the next hour and 15 minutes, and it's a little bit longer because we are setting up the month. Again, it's lovely to see all of you here and to hear where you're dialing in from. It sounds like some people have a few weather issues going on, so please be safe. Looking forward to just hearing what everybody is thinking about for this lovely theme that we have going for the new month of August. Again, just a reminder of our community guidelines. I like to heart the bottom one because that's, for me, the most important thing is we are here to help elevate your emotional health through this power of community. That's one of the biggest things I love about Silk and Sonder is our community. Just a reminder, though, we're here to be responsible for our own emotions, well-being, and our decisions. So it's awesome that you are all here together to inspire one another and support one another in the chat. Looks like I have some fellow Minnesotans here, so hello to all of you. Marion from Iowa, we do have quite the air quality alert going for us in Minnesota today. So if you hear my scratchy voice, it's probably because of the Canadian smoke that has really taken over our state here in Minnesota. So, and I am close to the Canadian border up here in northern Minnesota. So it's quite the sight to see across the lake, or actually can't quite see across the lake today. Pam from Wisconsin, yes, I believe we're all facing that up in this northern part of the country. As we get started with this month's theme of enchantment, I don't know about all of you, but I'm loving this theme. I have this lovely little card thing that I can pull cards from, and I bought that just because of what it says on this very first one. I'm going to read it to you because it reminds me of the theme. And here's what it says. It says, I want to be magic. I want to touch the heart of the world and make it smile. I want to be a friend of elves and live in a tree or under a hill. I want to marry a moonbeam and hear the stars sing. I don't want to pretend at magic anymore. I want to be magic. It's by Charles D. Lint. And I bought this little container just because of what that front one said. I haven't quite read all of them yet, but that front one is just really, really neat. And so I want to be magic. And so tell me in the chat, when you opened or you got your journal for the first time and took it out of the package and you saw the word enchantment, what did it mean to you? What does the word enchantment mean to you? Just drop in the chat what first comes to mind. Oh, Taylor Swift, I love it. Oh, that's great. Glimmers, magic, fairy tales. Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, slowing down to savor life, dreams, fireflies. Oh, I love the fireflies. Whimsy. Great words. Yes, I think all of those encompass it. Letting yourself be in awe of something Disney, twinkle lights, magic, magic, magic. As you read Mayha's opening letter, I'm curious. Magic, love, and fairy tales. Thank you. Dancing in a garden. All of these things do bring up that magic, that curiosity, that wonder, and that awe that we have, and delight. The ability to take a pause, create space for. Curious, as we go through setting up our journal tonight, I'd like you to think about, are there ways or moments that are happening right now, tonight, during your day, tomorrow, that we can really think about, how might we be more present for these? Or where can we dedicate space in our August journal for inviting more enchantment? Um, Perhaps maybe we don't have a lot of enchantment in our life right now, but how might we change our mindset? India says. I think there's a lot of days we go through there, we don't even think of the possibility of that. So maybe it's just pausing and thinking about where am I present right now in this moment? How might I even just take a breath in and take a breath out? And in that moment of that breath, how can I dedicate that space for that breath? And in that breath, can I find some enchantment? And so, where can we dedicate space in this time tonight to dedicate more time from that for that moment? And it may be just finding that pause, to find that firefly of a breath, that could bring us some enchantment. So I invite you to think about that. I'm going to switch up the agenda a little bit tonight, for you. And as we think about closing out July, we're going to do just a brief end of month check in. We'll reflect on our July reflections page. We'll set our intentions for August. We'll do our mood and habit trackers, and then we'll close with the acrostic poem. All right. So, because of the color of the journal, I just had to put my puppy's picture. Some of you may have met him on screen before during a weekly setup, but this is Louie, and he is a mini Labradoodle. He's a year old now. And I just thought his apricot color match the pictures on the screen. So I have put him on there. He's my little enchantment buddy. So as we think about the end of month check-in, find a notes page or a scratch pad or a sticky note, and let's spend just a few minutes doing this end of month check-in. So you can use all 5 of these check-in questions, or just choose a couple. But this month, I'm proud of accomplishing. What did you accomplish? One thing that you're grateful for, one affirmation for next month, one habit you cultivated for July, and one thing you want to accomplish for next month. So let's write that out on a notes page, a scratch pad, or a sticky note, or just find a spot somewhere and answer these questions for July before we dive into our reflections page. I am going to go off camera. I'm going to play a song for you. And then when we come back, if you want to just share in the chat one or all of these things, I will also save some time at the very end for us to finish this up if you didn't get a chance to. I'll be back shortly. All right. Thanks for starting your end of month check-in. Chris, thank you for sharing your affirmation for this coming month. I welcome August's golden magic and let every moment shimmer with wonder. That is very cool. Thanks for sharing that. Um, that is awesome. I appreciate you using ChatGPT. It is a wonder what that can do and really nail it sometimes for how it impacts us and inspires us to keep moving and keep doing. All right, I'll let you continue working on that. And maybe even as we think about, as we set up our month and our June reflections page, it might inspire us to use it again as well. Anne says you listened to 10 books in July. That is amazing. Anne Marinan, yes, accomplishing every single mile of your reg bra. I'm sure that was an incredible accomplishment. So I'm just sharing all of the pages we're going to complete tonight. So you can see on page 8 right in the middle, we're going to do that next. These are my pages. I don't use stickers, or I didn't vary on my color of my pen. I just made it pretty simple. I've had a busy month. So the reflections, and then we'll do intentions, and then mood tracker and habit tracker. Um, and then, so here we go. So let's turn to page 8, where we can now focus in on those wins, challenges, favorite moments, and then we'll transition into what do I want to start, what do I want to stop, and what do I want to continue. All right, so if you made it to page 8, let's really look at this last month, because I think it's really important to reflect and focus on that before we set our intentions for a new month. So a win is something that you did, something that made you smile, made you happy, an accomplishment. So definitely all those miles on the reg bra for sure. The books that you've read or listened to, um, challenges, maybe something that didn't go right or something out of your control, stumbling block, a frustration. Um, and they could be something from your Rose, Bud, and Thorns if you want to flip through some of your past pages. And then your favorite moments. Maybe they were a holiday, like July 4th. Maybe there was something fun over that time. Maybe you want to look through your phone from some special photo memories, and something like that might be helpful. And then at the bottom of the page is what do you want to start, stop, and what do you want to continue. And you might just want to write in different sentences. Some people like to write a statement and then describe why you want to start, stop, and continue something. Um, and then those are my examples there. So let's go and play another song or two and let you work on this page. And I will be back if you want to share in the chat some of your wins and favorite moments, maybe your challenges, and we are here to support and be inspired by you. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sharing your wins and challenges and favorite moments. Suzanne, thank you for sharing about your daughter's upcoming wedding. We're really excited for you and your family with that. Sorry to hear about your flooding, though. That is sounds awful, and glad to hear that you're kind of through some of that challenge. That is not fun. Spending time though with the grandson is really fun. I have two of them as well, and that's a fun part of the summer for sure. Um, yes, Chris, this hot, muggy, stormy, wet weather has been a challenge this summer. Absolutely. And then health challenges for your family is tough as well. Malika, so excited that you were able to take a family trip with your parents to Switzerland. That is exciting. A couple others I'll just highlight. Jill, it sounds like you finished your mosaic quilt for your daughter's birthday coming up, 14th birthday coming up. Congratulations on that. Sharon, it looks like you got better sleep after figuring out maybe something was disturbing you. And I'm really sorry to hear about the potential layoffs. We hope you get your new job. I think you're a Zoom user. We're not sure what your name is, but we are thinking about you. So thank you all for sharing and reflecting. And as we think about moving ahead to August and the month of enchantment, we are going to turn to page 9. And we'd love to really think about how we go forward with looking at our intentions in different categories. Now, again, this is your journal. There is no right or wrong way to set this page up. We give you a guide in different categories such as spiritual, personal life, physical health, key relationships, money management, and professional goals. Those are just guides. You have stickers, you have pens, markers. You can just cross them out and create new ones if you would like. Um, Whatever fits for you. Again, you don't have to use all of the boxes. You can use affirmations for some of them if you don't want to use all of them, if it feels overwhelming. You can also dedicate these spaces to the theme of enchantment, or you could focus just on one area, such as self-love or self-talk or something that you're focusing on recently. You could use names of songs or lyrics that inspire you, or how do you want to feel this month in each of those areas. Some people like to use more of or less of. Maybe some things that you want to let go of, or things that you want to start doing. Or just use stickers or colors or drawing or images. I'm going to share some examples for you. First of all, I'm going to share what I'm doing this month. I think some of you have maybe heard of me using the dose method. And this is really, it's a key to happiness and really focusing on happiness. And on the left-hand side, it's the happy hormones. And Malika's going to put in the chat a link if you want to learn more about it. But it's the dopamine, which is the reward chemical, oxytocin, which is the love hormone, serotonin is the mood stabilizer, endorphins is the painkiller. And there's different things that you can do in each of these areas to increase all of them that can really create an action or the dose for your happiness. And so I decided for my August intentions, because I have a very, very busy month, to really focus in my spiritual health, uptaking the serotonin and endorphins. And so I wrote, I will embrace mindfulness practices before my prayer, grounding myself to be open to listen with peaceful energy. So that's one example. So personal life, oxytocin. So I'm going to have an uptake in that. I will be fully present, cherishing time alone, doing things that bring me joy. And you can kind of see the pattern. Dopamine and endorphins for physical health. I will celebrate each small victory in my movement journey, embracing energy it brings. And key relationship, again, oxytocin. I will create meaningful connections by being attentive and open, deepening bonds with love and empathy. I crossed out money management because that didn't fit for me. I did mental health. I did serotonin for here. I will find moments of enchantment in nature, allowing the environment to calm and bring balance to my mind. And then professional goals, because I'm still working full time or more. Dopamine and oxytocin, I will fully engage with my work by celebrating small wins. Sometimes that's hard to find. And embrace the magic. Again, there's that enchantment of being present with others. And then I took a next step because it's great to write it down for intentions. So I put it in my habit tracker. And I did just a DOSE, so celebrate my small wins, joyful me time, outside pausing before prayer, and enjoying my movement. So you can kind of see how I'm starting to pull these together in a more meaningful way, and something that I'm really hoping is going to boost me. I feel like I'm a very positive person, but I'm just feeling like this month I'm going to really need to be intentional and create some habits around that. So take it for what it is, but it's just an idea. So I'm going to give you some more ideas on how other people in the Sonder fam have chosen to use their intentions page. This one on the top left, again, they're using the categories that are there, but they did some beautiful drawings and very creative ways to think about different phrases that they're going to be setting their intentions. The bottom left one, they're using the more of and the less of, and they've recategorized spiritual health to mental health and money management to home management. So I like how they're making it their own. And this middle one, these two are connected, the top and bottom in the middle. So they set their intentions and then they change their mood tracker to an intentions tracker, somewhat in the way that I did my intentions to my habit tracker. And then on the right-hand side is August intentions, and they're really focused in on this theme for the month about enchantment, and they use that in each of the categories provided. So really great examples there. And one more slide, and then I'll let you work on it. This one on the left, they recategorized spiritual life to home life, and really put some great intentions and then actions behind it. The middle one is really great with some sticker uses and some phrases about some I statements there. And the one on the right is repurposed from August intentions to August 3 wishes. And I love the little magic teapot, tea kettle there that has the beautiful, yes, Corey, thank you so much for sharing yours. So, and I love the three wishes and the little magic teapot. So, beautiful, beautiful examples. And I believe that is it for my examples. I'm going to play a song for you and get you started on setting up your intentions. All right, who has a million dreams that they want to now have intentions around? I love that song. It always gets me. I think I have it on every playlist for Silk and Sonder. And welcome, Janine. Thanks for joining us halfway in. Great to have you with us. Um, any anybody want to share anything that came up for you as you think about having intentions for August? Anybody using the enchantment theme or putting in that any kind of theme or thank you. Oh, Janine put in her acrostic poem. I put that at the end of the agenda for today. So, India, you're going to use the song idea. I love that. Can't wait to see you post that if you wouldn't mind in Sonder Club. I love that. Thank you. It's not very often we get to see people do that, so it will be fun. It takes a little bit of time and creativity to actually do that, so agree. That is great. Melissa, being present and mindful as part of each intention, super important and really hard to do, and so putting it into practice is really great. Move out of quadrant 1 and focus on quadrant 2 activities for professional growth. Great, I love it. You're using it, your affirmation Jenny helped you come up with, which is harmony. Thank you, Anne. It's always great to use Jenny from personalized coaching with any of these prompts. All you have to do is upload a picture of that page and she can help you. Chris, you're using Embrace and Release framework you saw in Sonder Club. Again, post ideas, questions in Sonder Club. You've got a whole community here to help you. All right, we're going to move on to mood and habit trackers, and we are going to dive into our mood tracker to begin with. And so let's look at this very first one. So we're on the month of with 31 days, so we have our circle. So this is really just an opportunity to really understand how we're feeling, notice any trends, any shifts, seeing if we need to bring more tools in. And I love this one idea here. It's using the feelings wheel and really putting some of those feelings within the wheel itself. So which ones stick out to you most? Adding the words in the middle and then using those moods that most you resonate with you. So I love this as well. Couple other ideas that we have for the mood tracker. This was a new one that I saw, and Malika, you might really appreciate this one. It's called a manifesting happiness tracker. And there's 4 quotes, 5 quotes, 6 quotes around it that you might like to read. They put the day of the week around the circle along with the date. And so I like that option as well. And they put in connection, creativity, compliment, smile, and joy, and self-care. So different ways to look at how can they manifest their happiness this month. And so I think that's a really fun way to repurpose the mood tracker into happiness. Couple other great examples. This one on the left is an effort tracker. Whoever feels like their effort levels are always waning maybe or just not there. I want to really look at how their effort is being used each day. So I love this one. Eager, little bit extra, slow but steady, tired, minimal, or just not having it. This one on the right is symptom tracker for migraines. Morning tracker, what are the things that you like to do in the morning? Or how about this one on the right? Stay in a good mood tracker. Different things that keep them elevated and positive vibes. Meditating, 30-minute walk, reading, facial, naps, and the Hallmark Channel. All of those are really great ideas. Couple more ideas. Just different ways using flowers and different petals and different types of flowers to note the different moods that you're feeling. How about an over-indexed tracker, like I'm highlighted, delighted, grounded, reflective, exhausted, I have decision fatigue, levity. Couple other ones here, an exercise tracker by the minutes or by the miles maybe, and then types, DVD, block walk, and weights. And then on the right-hand side, a bedtime routine tracker. And it looks like how many days that they completed that is written under each option, like brushing teeth, flossing, flossing well. There's a difference, right? Um, and then another mood tracker, whoops, just different ways to use the lines because we don't just feel one mood during the day, do we? We feel multiple moods, maybe in multiple times in a minute. Um, and then another one on the right with different stickers and a couple more trackers here. Book tracker. I think somebody said they listened to 10 books in July alone. So maybe another great way to track your books. More moods, emotions, and energy. Again, our emotions take energy, so maybe tracking those together. A self-care tracker, a workout tracker, which ways that you worked out that day. So I'll go back because I'm going to give you some time to think about. Are you going to do something new this month? Are you going to keep it the way you've been doing it? So I'll play a little song and I'll come back and I'd love to hear in the chat how you're going to be using it this month. All right, I'll see you back here shortly. All right, we have some great ideas. The morning tracker, mood tracker as a progress tracker for how many boxes or totes you're going to get through. get sorted. I think that's a great idea. Some way that you can track your progress there and make it feel like you're making progress. Marion, you're gonna use meh to your mood tracker because you feel like it's more of a neutral emotion. So that works for you. I think might as well put that in there. Chris, you're doing a steps tracker and we'll note other exercise or movements. So great. I like that too. Let's turn the page over to page 11, where we're going to start tracking our habits. And I've got some really great examples here as well. You can see that here on this page, we have somebody using stickers for their habit tracker. It says plan my day the night before, go for a walk after lunch, take my supplements, log which task I accomplished, track my habits, and 20 minutes of exercise minimum. Remember again, this is your page. You don't have to fill in all the lines. You don't have to use stickers. You can use the initial or squiggly line, whatever it is. A habit tracker can be a great way to start a new habit or stop doing habits that don't serve you, or serve as a way to continue habits that are bringing you value. So you can keep putting on things each month after month if it's helping you continue to do a habit that's serving you well. Um, Here's a couple really great ideas for you as well. And some of you might think, well, how does this differ from the weekly habit and activity tracker in your weekly spread? And so, um, really the monthly habit is something that you want to track every single day for the entire month. Whereas the weekly one, it might be something new that you're trying to add, or you only want to do a few times a week, or only track for a single week. Or the weekly one might be go track. It might say use your habit tracker, use your mood tracker. Those weekly ones might just be reminders to look at your intentions page. So it all depends on how you want to use that. So I think those are great examples as well. So they can be about self-care, they can be about work, they can be about family, it can be about anything that you would like them to be about. And again, they can be very simple. They can be a little bit more complex. And so different ways that I'm showing you on here can be divided up by weekends, by trips, by days of the week. You might have things going on in your life where you just say, I'm not tracking, and that's just fine. Again, nobody's grading you on this. Again, you can use your dose method like I talked about before. I did this one other time. So motivate to move, connect with my people, find the sun, and laugh and music. And so just a fun way to incorporate increasing your happiness hormones. Again, you don't have to use all the lines. You can use every other line and then write in affirmations. Those are really fun ways to do that as well. Again, putting quotes on the page, filling up the space with other things. So many different and fun ways. This person was really creative. We have in some of the journals the Wheel of Life in these different categories. And so they cut that out and put that in the middle, then color coded each Wheel of Life category to each of their habits for the month. And so super creative there in ways to keep track of their goals to increase their Wheel of Life numbers. And so I thought that was pretty fun and creative. And then let's see here, just a couple more ideas. Again, using their why statements in their habit tracker for each habit. And then on the right-hand side, only using 3. Brush my teeth twice a day, make my bed, and do my daily affirmations. And then if you want to get really fancy, look at the one on the left-hand side. I think it's just beautiful. There's no way I could ever even think I could accomplish that. So I just leave it to you, those that you get inspired by that. Um, and then on the right-hand side one, just some more examples of using different colors to color in your habit tracker. And a few more, just different ways of shading or coloring things in. And then learning habits. Maybe you want it to be about learning habits, podcasts, articles, TED Talks, YouTube videos, or books, and just really focusing on a specific category. And again, just a few more examples. I am going to go through these. I'm going to play a song, and I will be back here to hear what things you're going to be tracking this month. You gotta love a little Bee Gees. How Deep Is Your Love? It's a good song. Thanks for taking time to set up your tracker, your habits for the month. It's fun to use stickers too. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about stickers, so that is going to be fun for us to see. As you set that up, please share in Sonder Club. And fun to use symbols like this middle one here, using hearts and lines and circles and squares and smiley faces. Lots of different ways to do that. We are now coming towards the end of our time together, so I really wanted to um, really think about our acrostic poem and find a play on words. If you haven't done your acrostic poem, we would love you to find a blank page, free write the 11 words or phrases for enchantment. So here's kind of what that would look like. And I've got a couple examples. If you don't want to do your acrostic poem, you can finish other pages. You can finish your end of month check-in, or you could fill in what enchantment means to you on page 3. But here's a couple ideas on an acrostic poem. And I know, Janine, you put yours in the chat already. Chris, thanks for coming. Hopefully we'll see you again in August a few times. But here's your enchantment poem. So I'm going to play another little song, and we'd love to hear or see in the chat what your enchantment poem, acrostic poem looks like. So here's the directions, and I'll be back here just I'll play a very, very brief song, and then we'll close together. All right. Didn't that song just fit enchantment perfectly? Thank you so much for sharing your example. I'm just going to scroll up here first and see. Who said it? Suzanne. You made your acrostic poem last month into a bucket list of things you wanted to do for the month. So independence. So that was a lot of bucket list items because that's a very long word. I bet you had a lot of fun. So you're going to try that again with enchantment, which I think just is magical to think about all the things that you can do that. I might even try that myself. I do need a bucket list for adventurous things. So great idea. I'd love to see you post that, Suzanne, so we can kind of see what kind of fun things you come up for the month of August. Anybody else doing the acrostic poem tonight? Or did you finish your end of month check-in? Or are you doing what enchantment means to you? Noticing, this person put noticing glimmers, small moments, connection, nudges, magic, winks, sparkles, surprises, gratefulness. I think we did a lot of that in the beginning, but just curious as to how your enchantment uh, acrostic poem is going. If anybody's at a point where they want to share, or if you'll just post in Sonder Club, I would love that as well. These are a little bit longer word, so it's a little bit more to do. Here's another example as well. Somebody also did August because it was a little bit shorter, so you could do acrostic poem for August, or just use words if you don't want to type out an entire poem. So Melissa says, one thing you're grateful for, a new month to create new memories. You know what, I always say that's the best thing about Silk and Sonder is each day is a new page, each month is a new journal, and it's a great way to start fresh. And you know what, we are so grateful we were able to start the month of August fresh for you and with you. Suzanne, there you go. Eat outside, chase fireflies. It's a great way. I love that bucket list idea for your enchantment acrostic poem idea. Thank you. And with that, again, we'd love for you to share your planner with us. Corey, you've shared yours in Sonder Club already, so thank you for that. Remember, if you would like to see what the personalized coach is, please join us. We have a great offer right now, 14-day free trial. So Malika will put in the chat some links that will be there right now. Thank you for that. There is the free trial slide. We love to be part of that community. There's great master classes, so many new features as well, different things that you get to go through with all of the personality tests. A new feature is My Life as a Movie. That's coming out. Also, the Wheel of Life now, you can go in and update your Wheel of Life scores and track your overall progress with an emotional health score. Super interactive. You can also do text to speech for journaling prompts. And then we also have a new exclusive event coming up on August 21st. I believe Malika put that link in there already. It's called Rewrite Your Fairy Tale. Super exciting about that event. Here is my playlist. I think some of you asked about some of those songs. And that is it for tonight. So we're so glad we could kick off August with you. We will see you on some weekly setups, the coloring socials, and some of the journaling prompt socials. Please share in the chat some of your progress for tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night, everybody. Malik and I are grateful for you.
Can't believe we've come this far and it feels just like getting started. Somehow we're still running like those kids back then, kids back then. scrape some knees and falling down, but somehow we keep getting back up. Long as there is wonder, gonna keep running, yeah, we'll keep running. In this moment, it's electric. Can you see it? Can you feel it? This dream inside is still alive today. Yeah, we're on our way. We're on